when I was about 16 years old. I was sitting in the classroom, and of course, because of my abuse, I drawn a lot of attention. I was telling the teachers off. You're not going to tell me what to do, and you should have respect for me, and I don't need to have respect towards you. I was a delinquent, rebellious. He came over, and he said, "You better sit down. If you don't, I'm gonna sit you down." So I stood up and said, "Well," I said, "Come and sit me down." And he came over and he
Wrong
put
approach for you.
wrong, definitely, because I was tough. I was 14 years old. And I was built, muscular, and I was taking karate and bodybuilding. And he pushed me down, and I got back up and I put my fist at him. I said, "Do this again, and just gonna blow. I'm gonna hurt you bad." And he got scared. He finally got scared. He was a big guy. I mean, he was bigger than me and taller, but he got really scared and he backed off. But he did the right thing. Didn't call the cops on me. He just recommended me to this counselor. So this counselor took me in the office. Said, "Well, what happened in class? Something happened, didn't?" I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Yeah, this teacher, Etienne Papineau, they call him." I said, "Yeah." He said he wasn't too nice towards you. Eh? He had the right approach to the counselor. I said, "Yeah, he kind of, triggered me. I guess back then you could see. Back then I didn't know because I was, I didn't even care. But he said, those things you gotta be careful not to do. He said you can talk. He said I can see that there might be some kind of hurt inside of you, and he made me cry for the first time. Yeah, there was this big cement thick wall, but I shred some tears. He was able to come and reach me, and then he was looking at my shoes. It was funny. He said, "I can see your shoes." I was dressed okay, but he could see some signs of neglect at home. He said he threw just this at me. He said, "If you ever need something," he said, "like shoes, new shoes or something," he said, "I can see you got some holes in my shoes." I was trying to hide my shoes. He said, "Don't be shy." He said, "I'll be glad to help you." And he said, "Even if you need a friend to talk with, something you need to ventilate or something," he said, you're mostly welcome here. I was quite impressed. And I remember one time having a hard time in class. I came to him and I just had my fists like this, and he said, "What's going on?" I just look at him and I said, I don't care about you or anybody else. I'm gonna go kill myself. Nobody's gonna stop me, and I don't want you to ever talk to me again. I said, "The hell with you," and I just walked away. I guess I was going through, madness, and in my grieving period, and I didn't know how to handle it, and I would have point of desperation, and it was just awful. And I remember came back to him the week after. I would go to the secretary. I want to go see the counselor. Yeah, no problem. He was pretty flexible because he knew, when I needed it, I had to be attended to. He took me in the office and I said, then I was coming back to apologize. And he was looking at me. He said, "How are you?" And, I haven't seen you for a while. And I said, "Well, I would like to apologize." He said, "Just sit down." I sit down. "I'd like to apologize." He said, "Okay." I said, "That's good." But he said, when you left, he said, "I was worried and didn't know what to do." He said, "Even as a professional, didn't know what to do." He said, "The only thing I did is I prayed for you. You know, it's almost the only thing."